This video was created by Your Shirt's Your Way to set up your Adobe Illustrator for the best results, making gang sheets for DTF. The first step is to name your file and choose your artboard size. Let's create a 22 by 60 sheet which has the most value. Make sure your orientation is set to portrait, as this is how our RIP software is set up. Set your background contents to transparent and your color mode to RGB. Your raster effects should be at 300 ppi, as this is the ideal resolution for most print processes. Clicking the More Settings tab allows you to review all your settings and create a template you can reuse for an efficient workflow. When you open your document, navigate to Edit, Preferences, then Units to set the units to inches. I have included a conversion chart if your workflow is built for different forms of measurements. You can also go to File, Document Setup, and change the units if you have a file from another source. In that same window, set your transparency and overprint options for high resolution. Now let's go to Edit, Color Settings, and fix our color settings for the best results. In the RGB working spaces, select Adobe 1998 from the drop-down. For the CYMK working space, choose Coded Gracol 2006. Now let's change our color management policies. In the RGB drop-down, select the Convert to Working Space option. In the Profile Matches, click the check mark on Ask When Opening, and also click the same for missing profiles. Now let's place our design on the artboard. As you can see, when we place the design, a dialog box appears, which gives us a warning and shows us the native color profile. The reason we choose to convert it to our workspace is the fact that our RIP uses the Adobe 1998 color space to reproduce color on our DTF printer. The large majority of the time, the color will not change visually on your screen because the most common color profile is sRGB. That is a smaller color space than Adobe 1998. You can also set it up so that when you cut and paste, Illustrator will convert the image to the Adobe 1998 color space. This section is an example of my workflow for creating gang sheets in Illustrator. Once on the artboard, we can size our image. 10.75 works really well because you can place two images side by side for ganging. Placing my image on the top left first, then using the keyboard shortcut Alt and the left mouse button, I click and drag a new copy out and line it up on the top of the page. Then, select both images with the Move tool. Then again, Alt-click and drag, holding the spacebar to keep vertical alignment. When the second row is complete, you can use the Ctrl-D to duplicate until you fill the page. Aligning the last pair to the bottom so we can use our Align and Distribute function to space everything out for a good cutting area. Once created, we can export our gang sheet. This next step, choosing your export settings, is where a lot of creating transparent pixels happens. Even though you are using vectors, the exporting of a raster image can result in transparent pixels. We always recommend using the File, Export, Export As, and PNG for exporting. And in the dialog box, resolution at 300 ppi, the anti-aliasing is none and the background color as transparent. Any other setting will create transparent pixels in your image. Cutting and pasting into Photoshop creates transparent pixels also. These two side-by-side images show the difference in export settings so you can visually see the transparent pixels. If you need further information and a quick and easy solution for perfect prints, see the Photoshop video of the Best Results series on this YouTube channel.